Walton.
Watch on WKTV. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Time now for your Munson Commute Cast as we take a look at road conditions, both heading to work today and heading home in your evening commute. First off, the roads this morning, a bit on the damp side, a bit of an outlier in what we've seen at least over the past month. It's been cloudy, it's been rainy, it's been in some spots snowy, but this whole week, the rain is an outlier. You can see here damp conditions out there right now, and a look at traffic flow both in the Utica area as well as zooming out into parts of the Mohawk Valley. No accidents to report, and the roads, aside from some light ponding in the poor drainage areas, aren't too bad for your drive. Look at those drive times. First off, along I-90 and the arterial here in Utica. Secondly, along Route 49 and Route 5S, if you're heading both on those roads as well. Those drive times looking pretty okay. Average speed on Route 49, roughly around 45 to 50 miles per hour. Then finally, Route 28 northbound and southbound and Otsego County. Same thing for Route 12. Drive times looking pretty okay. And this morning, rain showers to start. We could be seeing some peaks of sunshine as we head this afternoon as those clouds decrease, but it's still going to be a pretty breezy and damp day here in central New York. We're tracking more sunshine in the forecast. We'll talk about that straight ahead. Gary?
Local developers are proposing.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, welcome back. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and today, well, it starts out a bit rainy, but this is going to be the story for the long term. As we take a look at downtown Utica right now, it's damp out, it's raining out, the road's covered in water at this point, but it's a mild start, at least more mild than yesterday morning. Currently sitting at 48 degrees in Westmoreland, 51 degree start to your day in Westernville, 48 Little Falls, 44 degrees up in Inlet, and 46 as you head up Route 28 near Long Lake. To the south, 47 Cooperstown, 46 Oneonta, and a trio of 46s in Hamilton, Sherburne, and Norwich. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. Things are looking pretty damp out there this morning. That frontal boundary is pushing through central New York, bringing widespread rainfall here across parts of the Mohawk Valley. And this will continue for the early to mid-morning, then some lingering drizzle and flurries by the late morning to early afternoon. Flurries pretty much in the highest elevations only. Chance of rain, you can see here, it's a bit rainy to start of the day, but following that, look at our rain chances, at least heading into tomorrow and the start of Friday. Non-existent. Strong high pressure moves in, keeping things pretty dry, but we are monitoring the potential for a hard freeze tonight. Cooler air moves in from the northwest. Clear skies arrive. Perfect ingredients for temperatures to free fall very quickly down into the 20s in some spots. Highest elevations could fall into the teens. Slightly less cold tomorrow night, but overall, we're going to start to enter a slightly warmer pattern by Friday and Saturday with frost and freeze conditions near unlikely. Bigger picture though, here's that frontal boundary dragged in by low pressure to the north, and you can see here right around this time, rain showers initially sweeping south. Following that though, a surge of cooler air and dry air moves in from the northwest. And so you can see here, skycast rain showers this morning, damp, cloudy, and breezy early this afternoon. But then you can see some of these clouds start to clear out by the mid to late evening, and those temperatures free fall. The model here doesn't quite do it justice. We're likely to fall into the 20s in the valley and in some higher elevations down into the teens, but warm back up into the 50s by tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. Tomorrow night, back down into the 30s and 20s, and then Friday, we're back into the 50s and 60s by the afternoon. For today, though, rainy start, cloudy and breezy during the afternoon. For tonight, clear and cold, a low of 21 degrees. Your 7-day forecast. 54 the high for tomorrow, 63 the high on Friday with lots of sunshine. But weather turns a little bit more unsettled by the the weekend, especially Saturday evening and parts of Sunday. Warming up quickly, though, by Monday with highs in the upper 70s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Well, reading doesn't.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And we hear the rain coming down a little bit harder right here on Smith Hill.
Yeah, I got a rain band moving in. It's a rainy start to the day today, but following that, it's going to be a damp and cloudy afternoon, not so much rainy. In fact, let's take a look at those headlines as you head out there this morning, what you can expect throughout the day today on your forecast here at News Channel 2 at sunrise. First off, again, we're tracking those rain showers early this morning, and it's a bit damp out there, and overall the rain isn't coming to an end, at least for the next hour or two. But when the rain does end by the mid to late morning, it's going to be damp, breezy, and cloudy throughout most of the day today. We do clear out later on this evening, but that has the potential for a hard freeze tonight as much cooler air moves in from the northwest. Live look at current temperatures across central New York. They are currently in the 40s at this point, and on the radar we're seeing those rain showers move in from the northwest here in the parts of the Mohawk Valley, and it's all guided by low pressure up to the northwest. And throughout the day today, again, it's damp, it's breezy, it's cloudy after some morning rain, but we are lucky to see some sunshine later on this evening. Clear skies move in regardless by tonight, and those temperatures will fall very quickly down into the 20s, higher elevations possibly in the teens. So a hard freeze tonight. We're tracking when we could be seeing some more frosty conditions, plus when we could see more sunshine in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Hey, Eric, thanks. Late last night, the Senate voted.
Well, welcome back. The time now is 5:42. Of course, it's time to showcase the weather photo of the day on this Wednesday, middle of the week. And this is a great shot submitted last night, taken of the pink moon. Not only that, but Jarvis DeLauro and Clinton got a shot of a plane crossing over the full moon. Absolutely fantastic shot right here. Great photo submitted to us here this morning. If you want to submit a photo like this one, we have plenty of moon pics on the website right there, wktv.com/weather/pics. And on top of that, we have to showcase a lot more spring photos coming up in the next few days. Radar, well, it's showing some rain showers. In fact, the heaviest of the rain is currently going through downtown Utica right now, continuing to push south and east. And those temperatures this morning, pretty mild to start out the day in the mid to upper 40s. We're not going to warm up by much, only a few degrees this afternoon. But following that tonight, we're tracking a very chilly night ahead with lows falling into the 20s, higher elevations down into the teens. We're tracking that plus the potential for more sunshine in that full forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. No mug today, but
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. It was absolutely fantastic yesterday. The weather was cooperating with sunshine and 60s. Although it was a bit breezy, the winds continue to remain strong today, but as you can see here on the Nexus camera at downtown Utica, well, it's a bit more of a rainy start, but it's mild. Temperatures in the 40s at this point. Currently 48 degrees in Westmoreland, 51 starting out the day in Westernville, 45 up in Otter Lake, 47 Dolgeville, 46 Deansboro to the south, 50 Unadilla, 46 Oneonta, and 45 degrees in Cooperstown. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're seeing that frontal boundary continue to push through central New York. The light to moderate rainfall is falling now in between Utica, heading closer to Little Falls, Herkimer, the I-90 corridor, heading up north, even parts of central to northern Herkimer County. But following that, rain showers will be spotty and light, and then we're just under damp and cloudy conditions for most of the day today. As your chance of rain outlook, we are drying out and remaining entirely dry for tomorrow and pretty much all of Friday. But with the dry weather and skies eventually clearing tonight, there's potential for a hard freeze. Cooler air moves in from the northwest, and with clear skies, conditions favor temperatures free falling down to the 20s in the valley, teens possible in the highest elevations. Same thing for Thursday, although not nearly as cold. But then by Friday and Saturday, slightly warmer air moves in. But of course, there isn't any frost and freeze advisory in effect right now because growing season hasn't quite started here in the valley just yet. Bigger picture, well, here's that cold front dragged in by low pressure to the north. But you notice here, following late this morning, things dry out fairly quickly, and we could even see some peaks of sunshine in the late evening. But on our Skycast, zooming in, 40s to start of the day today, not really warming up by much because that cool air continues to drag in from the north. So even though the sun warms up the day, the cooler air will cool things down. It's a bit of a battle going on temperature-wise. Then by tonight, with clear skies and overall cooler air moving in, very chilly heading into early tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. So for today, a rainy start, cloudy and breezy for the afternoon. Tonight, looking at clear skies, and it's going to be a cold one with lows in the low 20s. 70 forecast. We've got 50s for tomorrow, 60s for Friday, both with sunny skies. Saturday starts out dry, returns to rain showers by Saturday evening. We'll be right back.
24th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And when we were coming in, the rain was kind of light. Then it got a little heavy just a little while ago. Now it sounds quiet up there.
Yeah, we've got a single rain band moving through the Mohawk Valley right now. A bit of a rainy start to the day today, but it's temporary. It's going to be damp, breezy, cloudy, but the heaviest rain is over and done with by this morning. So let's take a look at your headlines as you had this morning, what you can expect right here today on News Channel 2 at sunrise. First off, again, it's a rainy start to the day today, but following that, this frontal boundary passes and some lingering light moisture, drizzle, mist, just a damp late morning to early afternoon. Winds pick up, and it's going to be cloudy for most of the day today. We could see a break in sunshine by the late evening before clear skies move in tonight. Colder air moves in from the northwest, and we have the potential for a hard freeze tonight. Around the state, you're looking at rain showers pretty much all throughout the Mohawk Valley, 48 in Rome, 46 in Hamilton. And noticing here, as Gary mentioned, the rain has lightened up a little bit because the heaviest of that rain band is actually heading through Route 28 into the town of Schuyler, north of I-90 into German Flats within the next 30 minutes or so. And again, this is a rainy start to the day, cloudy afternoon with potential for some peaks of sunshine in the late evening. Again, clear skies tonight, very cold, but we're tracking more sunshine to wrap up the work week. We'll talk about that in that full forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. The National Security
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:11. Time to showcase our Munson Commutecast as we take a look at road conditions heading to work today and, of course, heading home in your evening commute. First off, a look at those roads all across the Utica area and areas south and east. Overall, not too bad. There is some light ponding on those roadways and locations that have poor drainage, but that looks to be about it. We are tracking the end of some rain in some spots. As you can see here, the look at live traffic flow from not only Utica, but zooming out into pretty much most of the Mohawk Valley. No accidents to report, no standstills at this point. So overall, no impacts expected really for your morning commute as you take a look at drive times. First with I-90 and looking at the arterial, both eastbound and westbound. Same thing for Route 49 and Route 5S if you're heading from Utica to Rome or from Mohawk to Utica. And then finally, looking at those drive times from Cooperstown to I-90 and German Flats. And then if you're heading from Remsen to Utica or back up Route 12, those drive times looking pretty okay. And again, heading out this morning, rainy start, grab that umbrella. use those windshield wipers as you are on the road this morning. But this afternoon, we dry out a little bit with potentially some decreasing clouds. We're tracking clear skies tonight, chilly temperatures, and a frosty start tomorrow morning, but looking at more sunshine in the next few days. Details on that are straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Local developers are
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Wednesday. After a fantastic day yesterday, well, things are starting out a bit rainy, but mild. As we take a live look outside from our camera along Main Street in Cooperstown, it's currently 45 degrees out there, so around 15 or so degrees warmer than yesterday morning in a lot of spots. And local temperature in the Mohawk Valley, well, 47 in Westmoreland, 47 same down in the valley in Little Falls, heading up to Westernville, 50, Lowville, 47, Otter Lake currently sitting at 45 degrees. Into the south, 46 Norwich, 45 again in Cooperstown, and 45 in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Well, we're seeing the rain showers continuing to push through the Mohawk Valley, but that's the greatest extent of the widespread rain. Following this rain early this morning, rain showers will be spotty and light, and overall we're dealing with a damp, cloudy, and breezy day here across central New York. And you can see here, rain chances going down and then pretty much non-existent for tonight, tomorrow night, and pretty much all of Friday. But with the clear skies moving in and that cold front bringing in cooler temperatures, we are expecting a hard freeze tonight. Temperatures falling down into the low 20s in the Mohawk Valley, likely into the teens in the highest elevations. Same thing for Thursday, although a little bit warmer, and we are seeing a gradual warming trend by Friday, and by Saturday, no frost or freeze is expected. But keep in mind, though, we're still before the official growing season, so there are no frost and freeze advisories in effect. Bigger picture, here's that cold front sweeping through central New York, guided by low pressure to the northwest. Following that, though, that front moves through fairly quickly, and aside from dealing with some lingering moisture, damp weather, and clouds and wind this afternoon, we clear out by this evening, and at least late this evening, and into tonight. But on our Skycast, a rainy start, clouds, temperatures in the 40s, cooling down into the 30s and 20s by tonight. Our model here doesn't quite go nearly as cold as what we expect the temperatures to fall to. And then by tomorrow, we climb back up into the 50s with sunshine and overall pretty nice day, although still a little bit breezy. We're tracking warmer temperatures as we head into Friday. For today, though, a rainy start, cloudy and breezy during the afternoon. By tonight, clear and cold, a low of 21. Your 7-day forecast, 63 the high on Friday. The weekend starts out upper 50s, low 60s, dry start with rain in the afternoon. Warming up into the 70s by Sunday, 76 the high on Monday as we head into the 70s for pretty much most of the start of next week. Gary?
Eric, thank you. Well, the reading doesn't stop 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
Too much to ask for a repeat of yesterday, huh?
Yeah, well, you can't quite get 60s and sun every day in April, but we've got more sunshine on the horizon tomorrow and Friday. We just got to get through this rainy stretch for today. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at what's going on for this morning, this afternoon, and this evening on your forecast here at News Channel 2 at sunrise. First off, again, it's a rainy start, but it's temporary. It's not going to be raining all day long. It's going to be damp, though, breezy and cloudy during mainly the late morning, early afternoon. Still maybe a stray shower or two pushing through as a low pressure system arrives from the northwest. But we eventually clear out, at least the clouds clear out, and with cooler temperatures, there's potential for a hard freeze tonight. But it's a mild start this morning. Currently 48 degrees at Griffiths and Rome, 46 Hamilton up north in Watertown, 49 Saranac Lake, currently sitting at 44 degrees. And the radar, well, it's showing a singular band of rain pushing through the Mohawk Valley now just, at least the heaviest of the rain, just east of Little Falls, heading closer to St. Johnsville. There's another rain band moving through northern Oneida County near Boonville at this point. But for today, though, we're tracking rain showers coming to an end. Damp, cloudy, breezy conditions for most of the late morning, early afternoon. Then by this evening, those skies clear out, at least late this evening. And by tonight, clear, cool, in fact, very chilly. But we're looking at more sunshine by tomorrow and Friday. We'll talk about that in that full forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Late last night, the Senate
Welcome back. The time now is 6:41, and we're showcasing the weather photo of the day on this Wednesday, and a great shot submitted of the full moon taken last night. Not only, though, was it a picture of the full moon, but take a look at this on the bottom of the picture right here. Jarvis was able to capture a plane passing over the moon last night, and of course this is also the pink moon. And again, great shot submitted here. If you want to submit a photo like this one, we still have plenty of photos we still have to get through, including a lot of spring ones, flowers, animals, spring animals as well. Send it to the link on top of your screen, WKTV.com/weather/pics for your chance to have your photo featured right here on News Channel 2 at sunrise. Look at the radar right now. Well, the heaviest of rain is now passing into the southeastern corner of Herkimer County, central Otsego County, with a secondary rain band following into northern Oneida County right now, probably hitting Boonville at this point. But following that, we're looking at decreasing rain showers, lingering clouds, and moisture, damp conditions. Temperatures in the 40s, only warming up a few degrees. But we cool down a lot tonight. We're talking about the potential for a hard freeze, and we could see some more sunshine in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The time now is 6:43, and it's time.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back, everyone. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're going to be doing things on the fly right now as we get connection back. A live look in Cooperstown at this point. It's still a bit rainy out there early this morning. Temperatures in the 40s. A mild start to the day today. And the rain showers are going to gradually come to an end as the morning continues on. But the damp conditions will still remain. Temperatures, though, all across part of central New York, 40s in the Mohawk Valley, 50 in Westernville, 43 Inlet, 44 up in Lake Pleasant, Hamilton County. To the south, 46 in Norwich, 47 in Sherburne, 45 again in Cooperstown, and same thing, 45 degrees in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. The notable rain band currently moving through central New York is passing us to the south and east, heading into St. Johnsville. Some lingering spotty rain showers are possible following this frontal boundary, but the rain showers will be much less widespread. And it's still going to be breezy, damp, cloudy for most of the late morning and early afternoon. But that will change as we head into this evening. Notably, entirely dry by tonight into early tomorrow night, and all of Friday. So a dry stretch returns, with today being the main outlier in the work week this week. But with the clear skies tonight and cold air moving in, there's going to be potential for a hard freeze tonight, especially in the highest elevations. Temperatures could fall down into the teens. Mohawk Valley, low 20s. So same thing for Thursday, although not nearly as cold, but warmer air moves back in by Friday and Saturday. In fact, Saturday, a freeze or frost is pretty much unlikely. But again, there are no frost or freeze advisories in effect because, again, it is still not quite growing season here in central New York. Bigger picture, low pressure is dragging a cold front through central New York for pretty much the morning and I would say late morning, early afternoon, lingering drizzle, clouds, but following that, notice here, high pressure moves in as we head into tonight. So here are the rain showers this morning, 40s, maybe low 50s for the highs today. Northwest wind, clouds, damp conditions. Following these clouds, clear skies move in by late this evening and tonight, and lows will fall down into the low 30s initially, then into the 20s, some spots higher elevations down into the teens before we're tracking upper 40s to low 50s with sunshine for tomorrow. And so for today, high 49 degrees, a rainy start, cloudy and breezy this afternoon. By tonight, it's clear and it's cold, a low of 21. 7-day forecast, 63 the high on Friday, a nice day with lots of sunshine. Saturday, high 59, dry start, rain arrives at the evening, rain lingers into the beginning of Sunday. Be right back.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And all morning long, we've been hearing some rain come down now. It's kind of quiet up here.
Yeah, quieting down. Still a bit damp, still a bit cloudy today with some spotty showers following that initial heavier rainfall. In fact, let's take a look at those current conditions out there right now, because even though it is damp and cloudy, it's a mild start to your day today. 49 degrees officially in Rome, 45 in Hamilton, 51 under mostly cloudy skies out in Syracuse. And the radar, well, we've got that rain band moving in to the Fulton Montgomery County area to the east, but we've got some lingering moisture trailing that cold front up in parts of northern United County, heading closer to Trenton, bordering the Herkimer County line. And throughout the day today, again, the rain showers will gradually taper off. It's going to still be damp, be cloudy, be breezy. But following that, we could be seeing some sunshine peek out in the late evening with clear skies tonight. And that is a recipe, along with the cooler air moving in, for a hard freeze. So we'll talk about the potential for that. Plus, we could see lots of sunshine again in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The National Security Supplemental Aid.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Wednesday. After a beautiful day yesterday, things are starting to become more damp early this morning. In fact, a live look on our Nexus camera at downtown Utica. The rain showers you saw earlier this morning have since passed. We're in a bit of a lull temporarily. We could see a few spotty showers again for the next few hours this morning, at least to the mid-morning, before we eventually see just mainly damp conditions and cloudy skies. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s early this morning. 44 Inlet, 47 Dolgeville, 46 in Little Falls, 50 Westernville, 48 degrees in Westmoreland. To the south, 47 Sherburne, 44 Cooperstown, and 45 degrees in Oneonta. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar, we're seeing some rain showers continuing to sweep eastward. A secondary band producing some rain showers in areas north, but to the northwest, a few more spotty showers heading in our direction. So again, it's not going to be a washout from sunrise to sunset today, but at least the morning is going to be a bit on the rainy side. In fact, you can take a look right here. Chance of rain still lingering until the early afternoon, then just damp conditions and cloudy skies. We dry out, though, by this evening and remain entirely dry until Friday night, and the start of Saturday, all looking entirely dry. But with the cold front moving through and the temperatures cooling down, clear skies arriving tonight, there's potential for a hard freeze, especially in the highest elevations. Temperatures in the teens, overnight lows in the Mohawk Valley, maybe the low 20s. A little bit warmer tomorrow night, but we're still thinking a hard freeze. Then frost is possible by Friday, and then looking unlikely by Saturday night. Bigger picture, low pressure is driving a cold front through our local area. It's going to sweep south and produce a few additional spotty showers here and there, but besides that, the main story today is going to be it's damp, it's breezy, and it's cloudy. A few spotty snow showers possible in the highest elevations north of the Mohawk Valley, while temperatures in the valley remain in the upper 40s, low 50s. Clear skies move in this evening and tonight. Lows will fall down into the 20s and teens, then rebounding back into the 50s by tomorrow with sunshine. And so for today, high 49, rainy start. Clouds and breezy conditions remain for the rest of the day today, and then clearing arrives late this evening. Clear skies tonight, a low of 21. It's going to be cold though. 7-day forecast, 63 the high on Friday with lots of sunshine. Dry start Saturday. Rain arrives a little bit Saturday evening, lingering into parts of Sunday, but the main story is warming up. 70 on Sunday, 75 on Monday.
Gage joining us now, and Eric, all morning long when we were on the air this morning, we could hear the rain coming down, but it quieted down for most of the morning.
Yeah, here in the Mohawk Valley, things have dried up a little bit. It's still a little bit damp out, but the widespread rain's over with, just a few spotty showers. In fact, let's take a look at the radar, see how that's shaping up right now. And you can see that not everyone is seeing rain, but primarily areas north of the Mohawk Valley and central and northern Herkimer County seeing some rain showers. Matter of fact, some snow mixing in the highest elevations, although surface temperatures are still warm enough to prevent any of that from accumulating on the ground. Zooming out a little bit, we can see the backside of this frontal boundary pushing into central Lake Ontario. It's actually just passed through Watertown, and we can tell by the temperatures this afternoon. It's 50 in Rome, 39 up in Watertown, but it's 64 down in Poughkeepsie, so you can see that drastic decrease in temperature as that cold front sweeps through. And along with it, too, it's a bit damp out, relative humidity at 80%, much different compared to yesterday with all that dry air and sunshine. And clouds will linger. We could see a few breaks in the clouds by late this evening before sunset. Then clear skies move in tonight, and those temperatures will free fall. We're expecting a hard freeze. We'll talk about what we can expect for tomorrow as well as the rest of the work week straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon, a water main break down in Oneonta has...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a damp, rainy, and cloudy start to the day. Winds have picked up, too, but this is a temporary thing we'll be dealing with this week. Now, we've been experiencing a very rainy April so far, and so you're probably assuming we're seeing more rain later on in the week. But again, this is only for today. A live looking on the Cavitt Tower camera overlooking the Mohawk Valley. Again, we're seeing clouds, damp conditions, a few spotty rain showers early this afternoon, but again, this will sweep to the south and to the east, and following some lingering clouds and moisture for the rest of the early afternoon, we could see some peaks of sunshine arrive late this evening as a sunny weather pattern returns for the rest of the week. In fact, following this evening, we're not tracking any potential for rain for tomorrow night, and into all of Friday. Our next chance of seeing rain will likely be at the very earliest Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening as strong high pressure builds in. But with this strong north wind following this cold front today, there is potential, in fact, pretty likely chance we're going to see a hard freeze. We got a strong north wind, clear skies, temperatures can plummet quickly down into low 20s in the Mohawk Valley, into the teens in the highest elevations. And same thing for Thursday, although it will be slightly warmer. Less of a chance on Friday, but temperatures will still fall into the mid-30s in the valley. And then Saturday, not looking to see any frost or freeze at all. But a reminder again, even though we are tracking some frost and freezing conditions, there's no advisories in effect because pretty much the growing season hasn't started here in central New York just yet. Bigger picture, we're seeing that low pressure driving a cold front into central New York, and following that, notice here, we're looking at plenty of clear skies for the next few days, pretty much entirely cloudless, like what we saw for the start of yesterday and the end of Monday. But our skycast showing clouds giving way to some peaks of sunshine this evening, temperatures quickly falling with that north wind down into the 20s, potentially teens in the highest elevations. Then we're back into the 50s by tomorrow afternoon with plenty of sunshine, although still a little bit breezy. But we'll take the sunshine here in April. Then by tomorrow night, we're back down into the 30s and 20s, but rebounding back into the upper 50s to low 60s by Friday afternoon. But to recap today, it's been a rainy start, cloudy and breezy this afternoon, highs only in the upper 40s By tonight, we cool down very quick, down into the low 20s with clear skies. Your 7-day forecast, 2 chances for hard freezes tonight and tomorrow night, but Friday, high 63, sunshine. Pretty great end of the work week and a great start to the weekend, although a little cooler. And then following the sunshine, rain shower chances could increase for the second half of the weekend, but it's going to be warmer, upper 70s by the beginning of next week.
Lee's next 2 nights, hopefully the last 20s we'll see till next fall.
I hope so. We'll have to see.
That's for sure. Eric, thanks. Well, former President Trump's hush money and meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now, in our next 48 hours after today will be a lot better than we're seeing at the moment, right?
Yes, a bit damp, a bit cloudy, a bit breezy out, and again, we were so used to a cloudy and rainy April. We're like, this is going to be the case for the next few days, right? Well, no, we're looking at more sunshine tomorrow and Friday, but we got to get through this breezy and cool weather first. In fact, speaking of the winds, 12-mile-per-hour wind in Rome, 15-mile-per-hour wind out in Syracuse, 8 miles per hour down in Hamilton. So the winds they're breezy, they're notable, not too bad, but again, it is still a breezy, damp, cool day out there this afternoon. And the radar, aside from this shower that pushed through northern Oneida County, just entering northern Fulton County and Hamilton County, we're seeing pretty much things drying up for the most part. Still some lingering drizzle in some spots and late mist, but zooming out a little bit, we can see the back end of this system slowly pushing through our area and a lot less forcing taking place. But one thing to mention too is that temperature drop. It's 50 right now in Rome, but up in Watertown it's 39. We're seeing that cool air move in from the north, and we're expected to drop very quickly into the 20s in the valley by tonight. And as you see here, clear skies moving in. If we're lucky, some peaks of sunshine before sunset, but we're tracking a hard freeze tonight. A little bit warmer tomorrow, but with plenty of sunshine. Have a look at that sunny forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A Minnesota state senator.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. After a damp and rainy start, things are starting to dry out slowly but surely. In fact, in Cooperstown right now, there are folks out there taking a nice stroll in currently 50 or so degree temperatures, some cases in the 40s at this point. It is still a little bit breezy out, and it is technically damp, but noticing that these rain showers taking place are hit or miss. In fact, this one shower heading through parts of Fulton, Montgomery County, Hamilton County out to the east, but pretty much all of Oneida, Herkimer, and Otsego counties are entirely dry aside from the southern portion of Otsego County. And zooming out, we're seeing the tail end of this system. Matter of fact, we were mentioning that we're going to be potentially seeing some sunshine or clear skies right before sunset, and here's where that clearing is taking place. Already passing through Ottawa and Canada, entering Toronto, entering the Lake Ontario region before it enters central New York within maybe the next 3 to 4 hours. So right before sunset, we could see some clearing. But rain chances are still on the table until this frontal boundary passes, although much less likely than earlier this morning. But as you can see here, following today, no rain expected tonight, tomorrow night, Friday, or even the start of Saturday. Our next chance of seeing rain looks to be into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. But there is potential for a hard freeze tonight. Strong north wind, clear skies, radiational cooling will take place, and that brings potential for a hard freeze. Temperatures in the valleys dropping down into the 20s, higher elevations likely into the teens. Slightly warmer tomorrow night, but still the hard freeze chances there. Then by Friday, it's possible, especially in the valleys, likely in the higher elevations, but then unlikely on Saturday as those temperatures remain still in the 40s. So no frost or freeze warnings in effect until growing season takes place within the next month. Bigger picture, we can see that low pressure driving in that cold front, cooling things down this afternoon and this evening, still remaining a bit breezy, but skies again remain clear tonight, and overnight lows will quickly fall down into the 20s in the valleys and teens in the higher elevations. So you could be waking up with some nice frost on your windshield tomorrow morning, depending on how strong those winds carry the moisture. Then by tomorrow afternoon, highs in the low 50s. And then we cool down again tomorrow night, but sunshine lingers into Friday. And for today, again, it was a rainy start. It's cloudy and breezy out there today. Tonight, low of 21, and we cool down very quick, down into the low 20s. 7-day forecast. Chilly temperatures tomorrow night, low of 25. Then by Friday, high of 63. Lots of sunshine. Great end of the work week. And it starts out dry on Saturday, but those rain chances return. High pressure moves out, and although it's pretty much looking more unsettled, we got 70s as we head into Sunday and Monday. So it's warming up a little bit more.
If you're golfing Saturday, tee time in the morning.
Tee time in the morning or tee time at night on Friday.
If there's lights.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Local developers are proposing to build a hotel.
We bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Frost alert, really?
It's going to be a cold night. It's been a cold day, and your Army is going to get a workout tomorrow morning. We're talking about a very heavy frost. A lot of places will drop down into the 20s. Even teens are not out of the possibility, especially across the North Country and colder pockets. And again, you're going to want to budget some extra time tomorrow morning to scrape off the car windshield. We've got the thickest layer of frost on this graphic here. Thinking at least a couple of minutes, several minutes maybe, to scrape it off in the morning. Current temperature 43 degrees. We have that wind from the north-northwest at 15 miles an hour. Skies are expected to clear out tonight, and we are looking at relatively dry conditions outside in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, with skies clearing out and the stage is set for widespread frost and a chilly start to our Thursday. But going forward, it's looking a lot warmer. We're looking at abundant sunshine tomorrow and Friday, and we've got much warmer temperatures ahead, especially as we head into the weekend. In fact, it might even feel like summer here as we head into early next week. This evening, mostly cloudy skies. Again, a cold evening ahead and a cold night, but we turn the corner pretty quickly here. We've got to look at that warming temperature trend coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. A mother skunk recently had
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Much colder weather is expected tonight. This looks to be the coldest night of the week. Overnight lows should drop into the 20s in most areas, even into the teens, especially in areas north of the Mohawk Valleys. Look at overnight lows tomorrow morning. Remsen 19, Middleville 19, Utica 23, Old Fort 17. Across the Southern Valleys, Richfield Springs 19, Cooperstown 23, Oneonta 22, New Hartford 23. In order to tie the record low tomorrow, we've got to hit 20 at Griffith and Rome, so it's going to be close. But I think we'll be very close to that. The big story here is not only the cold weather tomorrow morning, but look at how things change by Monday. Just in a few days, we go from winter to summer. A dramatic change in temperature is expected as we head into the weekend and early next week. And we are going to shake this winter cold here over the next couple of days. So live look in downtown Utica. It's cloudy, it's dreary. It definitely doesn't feel like late April, even though it looks like it with the leaves coming out. Live look at the radar. Things are looking pretty quiet. Dry air starts to build in, so skies will clear out tonight. The weather looks great over the next couple of days, much better than today. If you're itching to get out and do yard work, you've got more opportunities ahead of you than what we were dealing with this week. Our current temperatures, again, it's on the cold side. Dolgeville 46, Inlet 35, across Southern Valleys, Cooperstown 42, and Oneonta with 43. High pressure is building in, and again, it's going to allow for skies to clear out. It's also going to bring in dry air in place. As the weather moves in, as skies clear out, again, it brings a cold night, but it also brings warmer days as the wind direction changes. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, again, widespread heavy frost tonight. We'll start out in the 20s and teens tomorrow morning, but we warm up really fast. It's going to be that dry air in place that we saw yesterday. It's going to allow for temperatures to climb quickly. We'll be in the low to mid 50s in the afternoon with generally light winds. Tomorrow night, widespread frost, not quite as heavy as tonight, but we will fall below freezing. And then temperatures surge again Friday. We're looking at sunshine and highs in the low 60s. A heavy frost tonight, a low of 21. Tomorrow, sunshine, temperatures climb into the mid-50s and a beautiful day. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We're in the low 60s on Friday, plenty of sunshine. On Saturday, a late day shower is expected. It doesn't look to be a washout this weekend. I know we have some rain icons here. On Sunday, just a passing shower, 72. We might be close to 80 on Monday before a cold front arrives and it brings showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and into early Wednesday. But we're heading in the warm direction, but tonight is going to be rough.
All right, bundle up.
Really?
Yeah.
Scraping frost in the morning. Okay.
I want to be done with
But
it.
there was more sunshine on the 7-day, so let's.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking cold weather tonight. A heavy frost is expected, a hard freeze. In fact, when we look at the overnight lows, we're expecting a low at Griffiths of 21. The record low is 20, and that's set back in 1892. You know, our records go way back. So this would be pretty impressive to tie or break that. We'll get close, and it's definitely possible. It's pretty tough to get temperatures this cold this time of the year. Part of it is just the nights are getting a lot shorter nowadays as we're heading towards summer. And also, too, tonight we have more humidity in the air, so the temperature is going to cool off a little bit slower. But we'll see how it plays out. Low temperatures tonight expected to be in the 20s for most of us. Middleville 19, Old Fort 17. Rome is expected to drop to 21. Across the southern valleys, again, we are all well below freezing tonight. Cooperstown 23, Oneonta 22, and New Hartford down to 23. We're starting to see breaks in the overcast, finally, especially north. There's a lot more sunshine to the north, but in downtown Utica, again, you can see some breaks in the overcast. We're expecting skies to clear out as we head into this evening, and again, that's going to set the stage for clear skies tonight and cold temperatures. Live look at the Arkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, looking dry across the area after dealing with some rain earlier today. Much more favorable weather for outdoor work over the next couple of days. If you're looking to clean the yard, maybe do some gardening or at least prepping the garden, the weather should be great over the next several days. It'll be cold tomorrow morning, but again, we're going to warm up pretty quickly here as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Skywatchers, again, it's just a cold, cold day for this point in April. Clinton 42, Cassville 38. Inlet 35, Fairfield 47, Skidivas 48, Cooperstown Stewart with 45. And the clouds and the rain showers certainly don't help. But we are going to be seeing some clearing as winds turn into the north, high pressure builds in, and again, that will allow for sunshine to take place over the next couple of days, and eventually the wind direction changes, pushing this cold weather out into the Atlantic. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, clear skies tonight. Again, widespread frost, a heavy frost at that, as we start out in the 20s tomorrow morning. Sunshine tomorrow afternoon. We warm up very fast. It's going to be a beautiful day with a light wind. Temperatures in the low 50s. Clear skies tomorrow night. We're below freezing again. We'll drop down into the 20s. Friday, another nice day. Sunshine and warmer with high temperatures in the low 60s. Tonight, a heavy frost. Again, budget some time to clean that off the car windshield tomorrow morning. A low of 21. Sunshine tomorrow, we're looking at highs in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, we're into the 60s on Friday. A late day shower on Saturday. The weekend does not look to be a washout. I know we have rain showers on both Saturday and Sunday, but these are scattered. These are not expected to last all day. And also, look at the temperature. We're 72 on Sunday, 79 on Monday. And then a cold front arrives Tuesday and it brings some showers and storms. Temperatures cooler, but still in the mid-60s as we look ahead to next Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Let's look at the forecast at 6. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
It's cold out there now. It's going to be quite cold tonight. We're looking at widespread heavy frost by tomorrow morning. In fact, we're asking folks to budget in several minutes to scrape it off the car windshield tomorrow morning. We're looking at overnight lows in the low 20s. In fact, some of the coldest spots could even drop into the upper teens. Pretty close to record cold, too. Current temperature is 44 degrees. It's cloudy for now. We're starting to see clearing skies, and that will set the stage for, again, a cold night ahead. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Relatively quiet. We got a chance to dry out after dealing with some rain earlier today. Our weather headlines: again, a heavy frost tonight, abundant sunshine tomorrow and Friday. The nice part about this time of the year is we rebound pretty quickly after dealing with cold weather, and it looks much warmer as we look ahead. In fact, by the beginning of next week, it's going to feel more like summer. So very dramatic change in the weather ahead. Mostly cloudy this evening, temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s, and tracking a very cold start to our Thursday, followed by some warmer weather. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A mother skunk has given birth to...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A cold night is expected. Overnight lows will get pretty close to the record. The record is 20 in Griffiths and Rome, set back in 1892. Our forecast is 21. So again, it could be a long-standing record that either gets tied or maybe broken. But again, it's going to be a big lift in order to do that. We have pretty short nights this time of the year. Still, widespread frost, heavy frost first thing tomorrow morning. Here's a look at overnight lows. We're expecting temperatures in the teens to the north. Remsen 19, Old Fort 17, Middleville 19, Waterville 23. Across southern valleys, overnight lows. Again, all areas are expected to get a frost, and a heavy frost at that. 22 in Oneonta, 19 in Morris, 23 in New Hartford. If you're sick of the cold, I do have some good news for you. We have a major change in the weather pattern, and we don't have to wait very long for that to happen. Live look in downtown Utica. It's been a gloomy day, but look at this. We're getting some sunshine. Dry air is starting to build in. The evening should end on a very sunny and bright note, but again, it is cold out there. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, looking quiet across the region. Nice dry weather in place over the next several days. Should be nice weather to do some yard work. We're looking at sunshine and a dry stretch of weather here as we head into the start of the weekend. Looking at our sky watchers, our neighbors checking in. We tend to get more sky watchers on colder days. People like to be inside. You don't blame them. Mike into Hartford 42, Barneveld 38, West Leiden 39, Erican Inlet with 35, Fairfield, Sandy 47, Worcester 51, Richfield with 41 degrees. A cold front rolling through the area today, producing clouds and some showers. Behind it, dry air building in from the north. Plenty of sunshine is expected over the next couple of days. Clear skies tonight, heavy frost, overnight lows drop into the teens and 20s. We warm up really quickly tomorrow. Dry air in place will allow temperatures to climb into the 50s in the afternoon. Not bad after a very cold start. The winds look relatively light too. Clear skies tomorrow night, another frost. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s, and we'll warm up again on Friday. In fact, temperatures will be in the low 60s here as we head into Friday afternoon. Tonight, heavy frost, a low of 21. Tomorrow, sunshine, a light wind, and a nice recovery after starting out so cold, a high of 54. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast into the low 60s on Friday. A late day shower on Saturday, and the chance of a shower on Sunday. The weekend does not look to be a washout, and look at those temperatures. We're into the 70s by Sunday, close to 80 on Monday. Didn't want to quite go there yet, but it might hit 80 just based on what I'm seeing here. Some showers and thunderstorms are expected on Tuesday.
Just in time for running on Monday night.
Yeah, let's hope the rain holds off, though, right?
Well, they like it sometimes.
Sometimes.
All right, but thank you.
Bill. Still to come on News Channel.
The news with Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Maybe spring out there, right, Bill, but not necessarily temperature-wise, especially with overnight. We've got frost issues tonight, right?
Absolutely. In fact, we're already 35 degrees. We're going to have no problem falling below freezing tonight. We're looking at a widespread heavy frost. In fact, we could be close to the overnight record low temperature here, which is 20. I don't think we're going to get that cold, but a lot of places will get pretty close. And as you're heading out the door tomorrow morning, there's expected to be a pretty thick layer of frost on the car windshield. You're going to want to budget a couple of minutes to scrape that off before you head out to work in the morning. Again, it's going to be a cold start to the day. Temperatures are going to rebound, though, as we look ahead. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet, it's clear, and again, we're going to see temperatures continue to fall into the 20s tonight with widespread frost. We've got some sunshine ahead for the next couple of days and a significant warm-up. We're going to go from wintertime temperatures to summertime temperatures in just a few days. We're going to look at that temperature trend coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Downtown
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a look at the forecast for tonight. We're calling for an overnight low of 21 at Griffiths. That's pretty close to the record low for this date, which is 20 degrees, set back in 1892. Yeah, our records go way back. We'll get pretty close. I think we'll come up shy, but it is going to be quite a cold night for this time of the year. Utica 23 tonight, Middleville 19, Old Forge 17, Oneida 24, across Southern Valleys, Richfield Springs 19, Oneonta 22, Morris 19, Norwich expecting an overnight low of 21. So we all fall below freezing. A widespread heavy frost is expected in the morning. Live look at downtown Utica. Again, clear skies. And I think that's right there. You can see the almost full moon rising in the east. This was a shot earlier today, not that long ago. This was a sunset from our Nexus camp. This is, of course, looking to the west. Sunset nowadays is approaching 8 o'clock. The days continue to get longer and longer as we head towards the summer solstice. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. We've got some great weather to do yard work over the next couple of days. Going to be very comfortable. A little chilly in the morning, but we should see some sunshine over the next couple of days. Thursday and Friday in particular look to be the nicest days. Saturday we have some clouds and maybe a few showers late in the day. High pressure is moving in the wake of a cold front, and this air in place is quite cold. Thankfully, it does not last very long. We do see a significant warm-up just around the corner. Clear skies tonight. Again, overnight lows drop down into the 20s. Tomorrow, sunshine, light winds, and we do make it into the 50s in the afternoon. Don't forget the sunscreen. I know it's going to be a cool day, but that sun is very strong, and it will continue to get stronger as we head throughout the next couple of weeks. Tonight, or tomorrow night rather, overnight lows once again fall below freezing. We'll start out Friday morning in the 20s. We'll see sunshine on Friday afternoon, and it looks warmer with highs in the low 60s. Heavy frost tonight, low of 21. Tomorrow, sunshine, a beautiful day with a light wind and a nice rebound in temperature, especially after such a cold start. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, 63 on Friday, sunny skies. Saturday, a late day shower. Otherwise, a pretty quiet day, a high of 62. We're into the low 70s on Sunday. We've got some warm weather on the way. In fact, we could be close to 80 by Monday. That would be quite the turnaround after tomorrow morning. That's a 60-degree rise in temperature.
Wow.
In just a few days.
But that's spring in Central New York.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
it is. All right, thanks,
Yeah.
Bill. Coming up next, it's
News with Jason Palace.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Maybe spring out there, but it's not beyond frost overnight. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis joining us now. It's going down fast.
We're almost to the freezing mark already, and we still have the rest of the night to go here. It is going to be a cold night. Lots of places are expected to start out in the 20s. Some of the colder spots drop into the teens. So a very cold start to the day. We've had several frosts already, but tomorrow morning you're going to want to budget in a couple of minutes to scrape it off your car windshield. And yeah, we're going to be talking about an arm workout in the morning for some of you. If you wait a little bit longer, say after 8, 9 o'clock, the sun will take care of it. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're looking at dry conditions across the region. Again, tonight, it's going to be pretty chilly out there. We're going to drop down into the low 20s, widespread frost. We've got some warm weather ahead, a dramatic change in the temperature. We're going to go from winter temperatures to summer temperatures in just a couple of days. I've got to look at the temperature trend coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Downtown Utica.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a look at the forecast tonight. The record low for tomorrow morning is 20, going for a low of 21 at Griffiths and Rome. So we're going to get pretty close, but I think we'll probably not beat the record. The record is set back in 1892. It's an old one, 132 years old. And it's probably safe tonight, just based on some of the latest trends. Looking at overnight lows in the low 20s in many areas. We may briefly drop into the upper teens tonight. A lot of this has to do with the wind. If the wind remains light, where we have a light breeze throughout the night, it's going to keep temperatures from dropping. But if the winds go calm, it's going to be quite cold. In fact, if the winds do go calm, I think we'll have several places in the teens by tomorrow morning. Either way, we're below freezing. We've got a widespread frost across central New York, and we're into the low 20s across the southern valleys too. Cooperstown 23, Norwich with 21 degrees. A live look in downtown Utica. Very top of the banner, you can see the moon. It was full last night, almost full tonight. We didn't get a chance to see it with the rain and the clouds, but it still looks pretty nice out there, nice and bright. This was the scene earlier this evening. We caught the sunset overlooking our Nexus camera, overlooking downtown Utica. Beautiful shot there. We're going to see clear skies throughout tonight. It's dry in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And we've got some nice weather ahead. If you need to get some yard work done, the next couple of days are going to be nice. Sunshine, comfortable Thursday, most comfortable Friday. Friday, we're looking at temperatures in the low 60s. Saturday doesn't look too bad either, although we may have a late day shower. Most of Saturday looks dry. Clearing out tonight as a cold front moved through earlier this afternoon. The air is drying out. And we've got high pressure in control. That's going to allow for plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days. This push of cold weather is not going to last very long. It's going to depart to the east fairly quickly. So we're going to see a pretty significant warming trend looking ahead. Starting out in the 20s tomorrow morning, a cold start, plenty of sunshine, light winds tomorrow afternoon. Beautiful day, temperatures climbing to the 50s. Clear skies tomorrow night. We're below freezing again. We'll easily fall into the 20s, so another cold night. And then plenty of sunshine on Friday. Friday looks warmer with highs in the low 60s. Tonight, a frost and a cold night, a low in the low 20s. Tomorrow, sunshine, a beautiful day, light winds. And after such a cold start, it's actually a pretty nice and warm finish. Again, a high of 54. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Another frost tomorrow night, down into the mid-20s. Friday, sunshine, 63. And the weather continues to warm up. A warm front arrives late Saturday. That could spark a late-day shower. I think most of the weekend is dry. I know we've been getting a lot of wet weather on the weekends in particular, but this weekend looks pretty nice. Temperatures in the 70s on Sunday, and we could be close to 80 if we get enough sunshine here on Monday. So we go from 20s to 80 degrees in just a few days.
And this isn't, I mean, we've seen this before. We've seen 70s and low 80s pop up end of April, early May.
Not unprecedented.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, it's International.